What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 187 of Park to Prem here with Town Town. Today, two huge games coming your way, the first of which is against Roma in the Champions League, and then following on from that, a game that you could well describe as the title decider, dare I say. Taking on Manchester United away from home. They have lost one game all year. It was when they played us at home. Bit of a big task for us, I suppose, to go there and try and get a result, but that is the aim, and if we fail, I fear the league title may well be slipping from our grasps, and well, the four-peats, the four titles in a row just isn't going to happen. But anyway, the first thing we have to talk about is the games since you were last here. We are, of course, at that wonderful time of year in Football Manager where you're kind of just going from match to match. Your team is set, your transfers are done, you're awaiting a youth intake, and well, hoping you can string together some results and be in all the competitions you're in, you know, come the end of the season. And well, that's what we're going to aim to do today. So since you were last year, we've played two games, one of which was in the Premier League and one of which was in the FA Cup. The first was in the Premier League, a good little win, a rotated team against Sheffield United. This game only 2 days after the EFL Cup final, so there was a lot of rotation needed, but in this game, Cancina grabbed one, and then Andrei Shvetsov getting a league goal, trying to aim for that 40-goal mark, which feels a little unthinkable really for a striker, but with 10 games left of the season, he's on 29 goals. It's possible. He might need a hat-trick or two before the end of the season, but no, maybe Andre can do it. I mean, he got a goal here. If he can average a goal a game, he will get very, very close. Of course, his personal best in a season is 36. 7 away from that. Dare I suggest it might be possible for him to reach it? I suppose we'll find out in time. The good news is he put in another great performance against Manchester City, this time in the FA Cup. And well, to be honest, we were dominant in this game. Shvetsov got us off to the best possible start inside the first 15 minutes. At half-time, it was 1-0, and going into the second half, we started the better of the two teams. Shvetsov grabbed a goal before Mike Frost with a really, really tidy finish. I love the fact that Mike Frost is considered a Manchester City legend, and yet here he is scoring against them, getting it through the keeper's legs. And well, late on in the game, they got a late consolation via a corner, but that was all she wrote. A good win, a comfortable win. And well, with that, we now go into two big games today that are, well, debatably a little bit more difficult, and games where we certainly need to be just at the top of our game. So the first game we've got here is against Roma. Now, in terms of team news for today's game, the great news is no one is missing. We have a full team selection to pick from. There's definitely part of me that wants to rotate the team a little bit. We won the first leg 3-0. So with that in mind, I might bring in the likes of Cancina. I think we're going to bring in Matasevic as well for Holman, and maybe even Sami Tunnell in at left back. I feel like we can afford to do just a little bit of rotation. And in Cancina, Matasevic and Tunnell, we have three players who, I'm going to be honest, are knocking on the door of the first team. There is a reasonable chance that they could break into the first team if they really stepped up their performances. And there are players who we just need to give some more game time to make sure they stay happy. So let's leap into this one head first. We're 3-0 up. One goal for us would put us in a great little situation where Roma then need 4. I would not want to be a Roma fan, to be honest, going into this game. The first leg was so dominant, really, really impressive stuff by us. As long as we don't concede 3, we can't physically lose this game, which, with our defensive record, I would back us to do. Whether or not we can do that talking on the pitch, I suppose we're going to find out in due course. But yes, 3-0 up, Champions League first knockout round. We have bottled positions in this stage of the competition before. We've struggled in the Champions League in recent years, but after the first leg last episode, this is a game that normally I'd feel very stressed about, but actually I'm going into it quite relaxed, and the big worry in the back of my mind is that Manchester United game that we've got on the horizon. It is going to be an absolutely massive game for us. Just kind of crossing my fingers and toes that we're going to be able to get a good little result. And well, if we could get the opener here, it would become slightly mission impossible for Roma. They would need 4 at that point. Well, Aurelio going all on his lonesome. Oh my word, it ricochets around. Shvetsov back to Frost. His shot is blocked as well. Half chances galore, but we fail to score. Kaiser, though, with a set piece in. Half dealt with by the keeper. Comes to Cancina, who's going to go all the way back. Going to play it safe now with Tunnell. And he's going to go even further back. I mean, I lied half a second ago when I said they've gone all the way back, because now we've gone to Smoljo and back we go again. I mean, we're not in a rush. We're not in a rush here at Town to get the ball forward, I suppose. We don't need to be. We just need to control this game. And well, Aurelio space to maraud into. Options in the middle. Matasevic, Shvetsov, effort 1 blocked, effort 2. Oh my word, what a save by Fontana in goal for them. Goalkeepers in Football Manager don't get enough credit, but when they pull off saves like that, you kind of just have to acknowledge what an insane save it was. This should, and probably 99% of the time would, be 1-0 on the night, but the keeper has made a miraculous save. Pressure maybe not over just yet though, as Cancina has it. Can he pull the trigger? He can. He kicks it straight at the defender. It wasn't on target. And in fact, I think it was Shvetsov the ball hit, and he was stood offside. So, yeah, I mean, we're knocking on the door. From what we've seen so far, we look like the team more likely to score, I suppose, but we need the goal. We need the goal. One goal and I'll relax. One goal and I will feel confident, and I can then, start to think about potentially even as soon as half-time, rotating the team a little bit, protecting some of our best players. And while Andrei Shvetsov, he's heard me. 38 for the season for him. He wheels away in celebration. And lovely to see Sammy Turnell coming in for Vincent today and getting an assist. Vincent is very good defensively, but I'll tell you what, Sammy Turnell going forward is something else. He is different gravy. Pulls the ball across, and Shvetsov on the volley into the bottom corner. Keeper made a great save on the earlier chance. Absolutely no chance on that one. And, Roma now need 4, of course, with away goals. 4-1 result to them would be 4-4 on aggregate, but they'd win on away goals. I mean, if we concede 4, it's an absolute disaster, and I really wouldn't know what to tell you. I'm hoping that we can maybe get another 5. Sounds slightly even, well, I was about to say slightly even less likely. That is terrible English, but I think you know what I mean. 5 and it's good. It's done. I could walk away and go get a pizza out the oven or something. I realise that is a niche reference, and if you skipped that episode, you're now very confused. Either way, 4-0 at the break. Very, very happy, boys. Give them some praise. Give them some praise. We've been by far and away the better team. Roma had a little bit of the ball. There was part of me that was tempted to go with the 4-2-4 that we played against them, for the second half of the game in Rome, but I just decided to stick with what we know. I feel like this system is very solid defensively. It gives us a defensive platform to build off, and Kaiser could have a chance here. Pulls the trigger to flex. I think off the defender, actually, bizarrely. Yeah, João Albino with the own goal. For a second, I thought Shvetsov had somehow got a touch on it to divert it goalwards. Kaiser will feel like the shot should be given as his goal. I can only assume that his effort was off target here, but he found a little bit of space to run into. As a deep line playmaker on defend, he very rarely finds himself that high up the pitch. But he made his way forward on that time and made it count. 2-0, an hour gone. Let's make some changes here. Frost, you can come off for Turnbull. Craig Austin, you know what? Come in for Kaiser, who's on a booking. We need to make sure he doesn't get sent off. I think we'll hold on to our last sub for now. But that's game, set and match. What a convincing performance this is. This team, Roma, they're top of Serie A. They're top of Serie A, and we are bullying them. It is now 6-0 on aggregate. Now, they might not quite be as good as Dortmund, they might not quite be as good as Bayern Munich, but this is no small team, and this result is no small feat. Lovely to see Claudio Cancina getting a goal as well. Look at his run, late arriving at the back post, the Argentine, and a great little header across goal. 6-0 on aggregate, we'll make those tactical changes, rest some legs. Mike Frost, you've got your assist, mate. Take a break, take a Kit Kat. Yeah, it's not happening. Shvetsov wants another. Can he get it? Rebound, maybe. Tight angle, nope. Takes it out. Half expected him to score there to make it 7-0. The ball given away by Roma at the back. They seem mentally boomed right now to Roma. Their heads have gone. We're living rent-free in them. And they're just struggling to even get the ball into our half this half of the game. I say that. Rodea's got the ball here. He hits it. But, I mean, look at that. Miles over. Never in fret. We've had 3 clear-cut chances and 4 half chances in this game, creating so much. What a fantastic little performance this has been. I really can't praise the players enough for this. We've come... Well, no, I was about to say we've come, we've seen, we've conquered, but it's we've came, we've seen, we've conquered. Either way, we've taken over Rome. It's 6-0. That'll do me. That gives me hope. That gives me confidence going into the game against Manchester United that we're going to be able to keep this fine run of form going. They are not a bad team at all. Their form in the league is absolutely sublime. A few very narrow defeats for them, but if we just look at their league season, they've lost 2 league games all year. They've conceded 1 goal in each of those, and we've just beaten them 6-0 over 2 games. What an exceptional performance that is. There's going to see us go marching on in the Champions League to what I believe is the quarter-final, if I'm not mistaken, which is huge for us. Absolutely massive. Delighted with that, boys. Give them a little bit of praise. Continue on our merry way. Smoljo made lots of saves. 2 clean sheets for him. You love to see it. Leon tried to make a comeback against Real Madrid but could not pull it off. And as you can see here, we're through to the quarter-final with a 6-0 aggregate win. £8 million in the bank. You love to see it. Shvetsov given the Man of the Match award. That is hardly surprising. And well, we need to go away. We need to rest. Apparently Dortmund are interested in Frost. I do not like that one little bit. Get out of here, Dortmund. Let's get into the next game. It's against Manchester United. It's a big one. And as I've said before, it could be a title decider. Let's do this. Okay guys, so we are back here for the second game of today's episode, taking on Manchester United. A big game. They are comfortably top of the league right now. We have some games in hand. A win today puts our destiny in our own hands for the rest of the year. And I guess technically our destiny is in our own hands for the rest of the year already, because if we beat them today, that would be part of our destiny. Anyway, you can see here they've got 8 games left of the year. We have 10. Sekure, who has been an incredibly important player for them, is touch and go going into this game. A player who we looked to sign, you may remember. He has 10 goals and 10 assists in 19 games for Manchester United. He has the most assists in the Premier League, or at least he did not that long ago last time I checked. And when you consider how few games he's played, it'd be fair to say he's a pretty blooming good player. So if he's not available for them today, that is certainly going to help our chances. In terms of our team, we're going to go to the strongest possible team with one exception. And that exception is I am not going to play Samuel Gaultier today. Instead, I am going to play Remy Chalet. And the reason I'm going to play Remy Chalet and he's going to play Roman Playmaker for us is simply because I want the flexibility of going to the 4-2-4. If we need to do it, we can do this. We can move Chalet across. We can move Norman onto the right and just set up like this without any changes. If we were to play Gaultier, we simply don't have that option at our disposal. Anyway, I now need to shuffle around my team to get it back into position, but here we are. So yeah, I have got that in the back of my head. Manchester United are a very good team. They have frequently in recent years played a 4-1-4-1, which has caused us a few issues on the break. So if I see that, and if in the early stages of the game we're not doing so good, I'm going to look to change things up. And as expected, they are going to go with this system. You can see here, Sekure is not playing for them today, so that's a big bonus. Mahon up top, though, is a very good player. He was, of course, playing for our England team way back, although he was on the bench. Another player we need to be wary of is Roberto Villa. This guy is a very mean central midfielder, the 25-year-old. Another England international. You can see here, looking at the rest of their team, they've got Wolf, of course, at centre-back, Alvin John in goal, and I'm not noticing Mr. Dessa. Have they sold Mr. Dessa over the summer? Or not over the summer, over the winter? Where are you, Mr. Dessa, or are you injured? Let's take a peek. He is still at Manchester United. He's still fully fit. They've just realised that he's not actually very good. Anyway, poor Mr. Dessa, he's not available to play against us. Would have been nice to have Agent Dessa on the pitch, hopefully helping us out, but we are going to, well, reset mentally after what was a win that could easily see you creep in a bit of complacency, I suppose. Beating Roma like we did, it was a bit easy, it was a bit simple. This is going to be tough. They've lost one game all year. It was against us. We have to win this. Otherwise, we're in a bit of a pickle. With United only having 7 games left of the year. And they have still got Man City and Liverpool to play. So a couple of tricky games for them. But yeah, a win here for them would be nothing short of a disaster. A draw, I mean, we still have a chance, but, you know, we'd be needing a few results to go our way, which is not what you want to see. As Villa has one effort, it's blocked, and it falls straight back to him. Also, fortunately, I know there's going to be one commenter who says, Smoljo was rubbish there. Let's be honest, he's dived for a shot that's blocked. I don't think you can really blame him for that. Set piece nodded down. He makes a great jump across. Unfortunately, the ball just very fortuitously falls straight back to Villa. And I'll tell you what, in the early stages of this game, I have been so underwhelmed that I'm going to make a very early change. And it's the change that we've planned for. It's the change that we've accounted for. We are going to switch to the 4-2-4. Much like we did against Roma last episode. I'm going to get a bit shouty. And hopefully we are going to step it up in this game. We really need to. We need to be better than we've been so far. A game with very few chances, to be honest. 2 of United's shots being the shot that went in and, of course, the initial shot on their goal. They don't concede many goals to Manchester United, and I think we're beginning to see why here. They have been, well, defensively solid is probably a good assessment in the first half. I am going to make one change, that is to put the wing-backs onto attack. with United only having the one striker, we can afford to have the wing-backs commit slightly further up the field, I feel like. As long as they track back the wide midfielders, I am perfectly fine with giving them permission to roam. Anyway, we've got the ball here, working it around the back, but ultimately we're going to try and lump it long to Shvetsov, and it's dealt with by United. If they get the next goal in this game, we could be in some trouble. They're bringing the ball forward. Toko with it down this side. Mateus Aurelio just doesn't put in a tackle. He's scared of the ball. Mahon's shots blocked. Cesar with a huge stop. And man, we live to fight another day, but we have not been good in this game. We have not turned up. I mean, you can see here, statistically, a game that's had not very many chances. Actually, since half-time, we've started to have slightly more of them. But United now with a free kick in a dangerous area. We have to be wary. Smoljo may need to come to the rescue. Oh my word, that was not far wide, was it now? A weird free kick hit with some weird technique, but looked very dangerous. Chalet's been pretty poor. I'm going to bring in Cancina out on the left. I'm not going to change things too drastically too soon, but it'd be safe to say that the big guns have not shown up just yet in this game. But with the quality that we have, it only takes a moment, and while Mike Frost, clean through on goal, needs to score this, can he score it? No, he can't. He takes it on his right foot. Why he didn't hit it on his left, I don't really know. Now we have a set piece to deal with. These are always scary. Smoljo, though, on this occasion holds on to it. Who is that? Norman out on the right. Go to Norman. That's the ball. I rate it. Norman now to Mateus Aurelio with a little bit of space to run into, and well, he's run straight into danger there. Dykman now with the ball, back with Wolf, and United slightly edging possession. It's been a very tight game in truth, but they've got a great opportunity here. Toko, options in the middle, smashes it across the face of goal. I think that was a shot. It's gone out for apparently a goal kick. I thought it'd gone out for a throw-in for a second. It was that wayward. What do we do here? We have to do something here. We have to do something. I think it's time to switch the inverted wingers onto attack as well. I'm going to bring in Gautier, I think, for Kaiser, who's been a little bit quiet. One last sub in our back pocket. I'm going to make a potentially controversial move here. I'm going to take off Holman and bring in Dylan Turnbull out on the right wing. Anything but his natural habitat, the right wing for Dylan, but it's a position that he can play. He was once upon a time a right midfielder as a wee lad. May need him to put in a performance here. I talked about wanting to win this game. At this point, I'd quite happily take a draw as Holman turns his man. Options on ahead. Oh my word, Alvin John with a huge stop. There is a reason why that goalkeeper is in the world 11. It's for stops like that. Although, well, maybe there's still a chance here. Cesar in the wide area. Okay, well, maybe there's just not. Gautier's come onto the pitch and immediately got a tight hamstring, which is a bit of a situation, but we don't have any further subs, so on the pitch you have to stay as... Well, Turnbull made a couple of great tackles there, but he's just been shown a red card. Referee. VAR? VAR? Well, I'm going to be honest. We have... I think the word is capitulated. It's probably the best way to describe what's happened here. We're down a man, but we still need a goal. We need to go forward. Smoljo, lump it forward. Let's hit him on the break. Yeah, I've got to commit men forward at this point, unfortunately. It's a predicament that we find ourselves in here. Cancina nods it down to Frost. Down a man, down a goal. We need Shvetsov to do Shvetsov things at this point. We've just not turned up in this game. The sending off definitely doesn't help our cases, but Dylan Turnbull, with all 20 of his aggression, bringing, I suppose, what's to be expected as Holman now fouls. That was outside the box. Surely, referee. Okay, it was. And my heart was in my mouth for a moment there. I was panicking, chat. I've said chat there like we're streaming. This isn't live, Jack. Hold yourself together, man. Toko over the ball, whips it in. Schumacher heads it out. Shvetsov, bring it forward now. Can we break? We've got a lot of men committing forward here. Andrei Shvetsov just gives away the ball and nothing happens. 9 minutes left. Time is just trickling away. Time is not our friend right now. Time is not our friend. Cancina, you might as well get further forward, mate. Complete forward on attack. Less of this short passing malarkey. Get the ball forward, through the middle. Direct. Stop distributing it to the centre-backs. And counter-press. We need to win back the ball here. We need to win back the ball. We need to, well, get a miracle, really. We're down a man. We're down a goal. We're away from home against a team who haven't lost at home all year. Mateus Aurelio to Frost. Back with Aurelio. Options in the middle. Can he pick someone out? Shvetsov's there! Oh, I thought that was in. I thought that was in, but he heads it over. They've got a man off injured. This could be huge. It's one of their defenders as well. Vincent bringing it forward. Cancina now with it. Can we get the ball into the mixer? No, Villa deals with it. I say Villa like he's Spanish. It's Villa Jack. He's an England international. Unless, of course, he's got dual nationality. But we've not got time to check that now. We need to be defending this. We need to get the ball and strike on the break. But obviously down a man, committing plenty of men to the attack to try and get the ball forward quickly. We're rolling the dice here. We are rolling the dice. We are leaving ourselves exposed. Toko bringing it forward, smashes it. Smoljo, huge stop for him. Absolutely mahoosive goal. I kind of want to change things here. I'm going to move Frost just to be a bit of a link-up man, I think. But there's just no time. There's just no time. The ball is in our half. We're down a man. It's all just a bit of a disaster, isn't it? If there was a way this game wasn't meant to go, this was the way it wasn't meant to go in my mind. Villa hits it. It's a deflection. Oh my word. Did Smoljo save that? He did. I mean, considering the nature of their goal, that scrappy little rebound, I feel like we've given them a bloody good game. But unfortunately, it's a good United team. They just don't slip up. Schumacher heads it out to Shvetsov. Could we hit them on the break? Absolutely not. Go very attacking. I can't even shout the man more. There's no time left. It finishes 1-0 here. I mean, we gave it as good a go as we possibly could. Smoljo made some absolutely huge stops for us, but it was all in vain, unfortunately. Oh, Dylan. You absolute wazzock. Not what you want to see, not what we needed. And with that, we definitely lose a grip on the Premier League trophy. You can see now, they are now 12 points ahead of us. Even if we win our 2 games in hand, we're going to be 6 points behind them. A United team that really just don't slip up. They've won so many games 1-0. Look how many games they've won 1-0. I mean, in a bizarre way, it gives me hope that this can't physically be sustainable. They've won 10 games 1-0. 10 out of their 31 games played have been 1-0s. Surely they've got to start drawing at some point. I mean, that's all we can really hope for at this moment in time. If we just look at their remaining games, they've still got Chelsea to play, Coventry. I mean, the end of season is tricky, you know. They've got Everton, Arsenal, Liverpool. I thought they had Man City. Oh, wait, no, this is our schedule. This is very awkward. Their schedule's way easier. They've got Liverpool to play. I was going to say, I didn't think they had Chelsea to play. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, they've got Man City and Liverpool. That's kind of the 2 games you'd hope that they maybe could slip up in. Both away from home. I mean, maybe Villa could do us a favour there in 9th, but I think anything other than that is going to be a bit of a bonus. Coventry, I mean, you're in 6th, Coventry. What an insane season they're having. I mean, it could go down to the wire, but we need some miracles and we need some favours. The fact they've won so many games 1-0 is actually kind of tilting. Nevertheless, their form has been absolutely insane. In any other season, you know, where we're at right now would be superb. If we were to win the remainder of our games this year, we could still get over 100 points and possibly come 2nd. That's a sobering thought, isn't it? I can't quite believe what they've done this year. They've been absolutely unreal, and they've done us here on the day, which is just a massive, massive shame. Anyway, looking a little bit further ahead, of course, next episode, I think all eyes are going to shift onto the Champions League. You know, a couple of big games in that for us. Going to be around the start of April. A bit of a chance to maybe reset and regroup. Hopefully, I will see you guys for that game. Hopefully, we're not going to get Dortmund or Bayern Munich. That would be my wish. Just looking at it here, actually, Dortmund got knocked out to Man City. Where are Bayern Munich? Bayern Munich beat Sociedad 1-0. Well, we can't lose against Dortmund. Barcelona have scraped through 1-0. Just get rid of all the big teams for us. I'll happily take Stade Rennais in the next knockout round. It feels a little unlikely, doesn't it, after they've lost their first game 2-0. By the way, you can see here some of the player stats for this competition. Stevie Norman, Champions League heroics. Hopefully he can do it again for us tomorrow. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up today for me. What a disappointing result that is. That is a bit of a sucker punch, a gut punch. It feels like a 4th Premier League trophy on the bounce is going to escape us. I mean, it's a very tough competition to win as many years in a row as we were aiming to do, but it would have been lovely to do it, wouldn't it? But United just very, very good right now. I wonder what would have happened if we'd signed Sekure. I wonder. We may never know. Anyway, I need to go mentally reset. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate the support on the series. As always, Champions League, I think, has to become the main focus now. Quarterfinals tomorrow. Hopefully I see you guys then. It is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.